On the 38th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we're going to talk about how the NFL free agency is starting off hot, how the MLB season is right around the corner, and we're going to talk about some NBA news. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's roll it.
It's the podcast of all time.
So you guys want to talk about that? Introducing your hosts, Isaiah
And Micah, bringing you a special guest every episode. We are the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Well, let's go the best first. We got NFL free agency.
So we're filming this on the 17th, March 17th, in the morning at 11 o'clock Eastern time around. And the last week has been very hectic with NFL signings and stuff.
Extremely.
So before
hectic.
you rattle everything off, what do you have to say about this?
This is insane. My Steelers did amazing. I take back everything bad I ever said about the GM. He did amazing this offseason.
So before Micah's gonna read everything off.
It's gonna take me a while.
What are your thoughts on them getting both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields?
I like it, especially Wilson on a 1-year, $1 million deal, giving him basically no money to play one season with Justin Fields behind him in case he gets injured, plays bad, or whatever. I love having that.
Yeah. All right. So I counted a total. So we've been keeping track of pretty much every single trade or signing or extension, and I counted 61 total that we have written down. And Micah, do you want to try to name them all?
Oh boy, this is gonna take a while.
All right.
A full notebook page of it.
So this is Micah naming every signing, extension, trade that has happened in the last week. A total of 61. All right, here we go.
Russell Wilson to the Steelers, DeAndre Swift to the Bears, Jonathan Greener to the Vikings, Tony Pollard to the Titans.
What? All right, I'm gonna have you restart. The mic sounds bad when you do it like that. You got it up. All right, this is Micah naming every trade, signing, extension. A total of 61 that I counted at least. That happened just in the last week. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. We got Russell Wilson to the Steelers, DeAndre Swift to the Bears, Jonathan Greener to the Vikings, Tony Pollard to the Titans, Gabe Davis to the Jags, Jonah Jackson to the Rams, Darnell Savage to the Jags, Brian Huff to the Eagles, Kirk Cousins to the Falcons, Antonio Gibson to the Patriots, Saquon to the Eagles, Jeff Okudah to the Texans, Robert Hunt to the Panthers, Xavier McKinney to the Packers, Blake Cashman to the Vikings, Devin Singletary to the Giants, Gus Edwards to the Chargers, Geno Stone to the Bengals, Josh Jacobs to the Packers, Aaron Jones to the Vikings, Gardner Minshew to the Raiders, Leonard Floyd to the 49ers, Frankie Louvu to the Commanders, Zach Moss to the Bengals, I'm not even halfway done. Joe Mixon traded to the Texans, Jacoby Brissett to the Patriots, Jordan Brooks to the Dolphins, Austin Eckler to the Commanders, Brian Burns to the Giants, Will Lutz back to the Broncos, Patrick Queen to the Steelers, Derrick Henry to the Ravens, boo. Jameis Winston to the Browns, Drew Lock to the Giants, Sam Darnold to the Vikings, Darnell Mooney to the Falcons, Gerald Everett to the Bears, Mike Gesicki to the Bengals, Jonnu Smith to the Dolphins, Tyler Biadasz to the Commanders, Fletcher Cox retires, T. Higgins requests a trade, Daniil Hunter to the Texans, Jordan Poyer to the Dolphins, Deontay Johnson traded to the Panthers, C.J. Gardner-Johnson to the Eagles, Eric Kendricks to the Cowboys, Joe Flacco to the Colts, Mason Rudolph to the Titans, Desmond Ridder traded to the Cardinals for Rondale Moore, Sam Howell to the Seahawks, Kenny Pickett to the Eagles, Marquise Brown to the Chiefs, Keenan Allen to the Bears, Van Jefferson to the Steelers, Willie Gay to the Saints, Justin Fields to the Steelers, and Justin Fields will not compete with Russell Wilson for the starting job.
Wow. We should have timed that. I don't know how long that was.
That was probably like a minute and a half.
So that is everything that has happened in NFL in the last week. Just summed it up in 90 seconds. Well done. Is that like the best thing you've ever done in your life?
I don't know.
It's probably up there. So let's talk about some of the bigger ones. So there's Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Obviously Justin Fields to the Steelers too. Saquon to the Eagles is pretty big. Kirk Cousins to the Falcons. Eckler to the Commanders. So, there's some big stuff in there. But
There's a lot of big stuff.
There's a lot of big stuff. But do you want to just go through one of each by each?
Sure.
All right. So, Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Obviously, the Steelers fan. I'm not sure if I was I know you said last podcast that you thought that Wilson was going to go to the Steelers, and you were right. Did everybody know that he was going to go to the Steelers?
Yeah, Chad Johnson knew a while ago, but everybody figured that he was going to go to the Steelers.
What I thought was funny is as soon as he signed, he said that he texted Kenny Pickett saying, this QB room's going to be, good.
No. He was saying that to Justin Fields after they signed him.
Well, yeah, but what did he say to Kenny Pickett?
He said something like, get ready to learn, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm excited to work with you. And then 3 hours later, he got traded. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I was mad for a good day when Kenny Pickett got traded until we got Justin Fields.
Jonathan Grenard to Vikings.
Really good signing. They really needed him badly, and it's amazing that they got him. I believe he's from the Texans, so that helps.
Tony Pollard to Titans.
Tony Pollard. I don't know why they did that. They're not giving Tajay Spears a chance. He played good last year, and now they're just getting Tony Pollard to. I don't know why they got him.
Gabe Davis to the Jags.
Much needed receiver with Calvin Ridley leaving. I don't know if I think I forgot to put that on there. I'll be honest. But Calvin Ridley went to the Titans, so now the Jags needed someone to fill him in, and they got Gabe Davis, solid wide receiver too.
Yep. Rams got who'd the Rams get, Micah?
Jonah Jackson. Nice offensive lineman from the Lions, I believe it was. And they needed offensive linemen with Whitworth gone now a few years, and their offensive line just hasn't been as good as it's been in the past.
Darnell Savage to the Jags.
Jags getting a lot of people, and a good cornerback like that will definitely make your team be better.
Brian Huff to the Eagles.
This is a small signing. There's not much to this. You probably won't play a lot this season.
Yeah, I think that was one of the minor ones that we had in this list. Kirk Cousins to the Falcons.
This is a big one.
I think this one's one of the top 5 or 10 that we've named.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's I believe it's a 4-year deal, and I think this is funny. He was on the Redskins before. He said he wanted to retire as a Redskin. And then he went to the Vikings. He said he wanted to retire as a Viking. And now he's on the Falcons, and he says he wants to retire as a Falcon. So he said he wants to retire with a team 3 times now.
And maybe he'll get traded in a few years.
4-year contract. I think he'll retire as a Falcon.
I think so, too, unless he signs a one-day contract with one of the other teams.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Antonio Gibson to the Patriots.
I don't know what to think about this because they still have Ramondre Stevenson. I don't exactly know who's going to be the RB1 between Gibson and Stevenson. I think it's going to be Stevenson, but Gibson could be a good backup.
Saquon to the Eagles.
Huge.
This one's
signing.
another big one. Are the Eagles just trying to get I know they lost Jason Kelsey, but do they have a chance next season?
Yeah.
I think they have a legit chance to make and potentially win the Super Bowl next season. Especially with all the signings just in the last week. I know they lost some guys in the offseason, but still.
I don't know though, because Saquon, there's a lot of good teams out there. I don't know if the Eagles are that good yet.
Right.
They're extremely good. I don't know if they'll get over the hump.
And then who else went to the Texans?
Jeff Okudah.
Akuda Matata.
That's Hakuna.
I know. Again, not a big thing, in my opinion.
Good edge, I believe.
Robert Hunt to the Panthers.
The touchdown machine. Offensive lineman that got 1 touchdown as a Dolphin. It's pretty much all he's known for. But he is actually a really solid lineman. So Panthers need linemen to protect Bryce Young. That's exactly what they got.
Panthers need everything to protect Bryce Young.
Yeah, they need a new Bryce Young.
They need, Xavier McKinney to Packers.
This is really good too. I don't know why the Giants didn't keep him, man. He was probably their best player last season.
Was it a salary issue?
I don't know. I don't know if he's still on a rookie contract or what, but he's not that expensive. I think his rookie contract came up, so now the Packers snagged him.
All right, Blake Cashman to Vikings.
Solid linebacker. They need linebackers, so he's probably going to be their LB 1 or 2. I can imagine that he's not going to be in the game a lot.
Yeah. And then who went to the Giants?
Devin Singletary.
Singletary to the Giants. Again,
amazing signing. Amazing signing.
That's one of the big signings that we should probably talk about more. So what was the logistics of this contract? I'm wondering about this.
It's interesting, I believe. Yes, $16 million for 3 years.
So 3 years, $16.5 million. Is he being underpaid?
Yes, I believe so.
I think he's getting quite a bit underpaid, and maybe there's some
Again, running backs don't get a lot of respect, and he's getting old.
Yeah, I understand he is older. What's his age? What do you think?
My guess would be like 28.
You got it right.
26.
Oh, 26. So you got it right last week.
Yeah.
I forget who he did.
Last week it was Pat Pete.
Yep. Gus Edwards to the Chargers.
This is a very underrated signing.
I thought so too. I thought this was one of the most underrated signings this week. But again,
with Eckler gone, Gus Edwards. He's a decent running back. Always been overlooked by J.K. Dobbins when he's not playing. Keaton Mitchell was always overshadowing him just because of his yards per carry. But Gus Edwards is a solid back, and I'd honestly rather have him than Austin Eckler.
Yeah, no. So it's a 2 years, $6.5 million contract. Again, not big, but we'll see. Then we got Gus Stone to the Bengals.
Geno Stone.
Oh, sorry. Geno Stone to the Bengals. It's a 2-year contract. Again, is it a big thing?
Did you see the beef with Tiki Barber and Saquon?
I did. And
Lamar recreated that with Geno Stone as a joke.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about that argument with Saquon and them?
I think Tiki Barber's he's not in the league anymore. Why do you care? I know you like the Giants. I know you were a Giant forever, but he wants to be on a team that's going to win, and the Giants aren't going to win. You can't blame him for that. And as Saquon said, Tiki Barber never liked him.
Yeah, no, I feel like when you're part of a team, especially like when you're doing it for a living, like in NFL or even college, I feel like every single person like you define as family, and I'm wondering if it's like tough love or like if they really just hated each other.
I mean, Tiki never liked Saquon. I can't imagine Saquon just started out hating Tiki.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs to the Packers, another big one.
Huge signing. We're about to have the best running back room in the NFL until they released Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all. Just cut A.J. Dillon. He's much worse than Aaron Jones.
I don't know what the exact contract is. I couldn't really find
$48 million for I forget how many years.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of money. I mean,
he's a really good running back.
Whether it's for a year or 100 years, that's still a lot of money. Packers are released Aaron Jones.
Yep. That surprised me so over A.J. Dillon. What makes you think A.J. Dillon's better than Aaron Jones? Because he's not.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with you that Dillon's better than Jones, but
no, Jones is better than Dillon.
That's what I meant. Jones better than Dillon, but why would you release either of them?
You want to have 3 good running backs in your system?
All right, so
I get maybe trading one of them, but releasing one of them?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Somebody has to want Aaron Jones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not
go to the
try
next
to
one.
trade him? Yeah, and then so he ends up signing with the Vikings, and
what was amazing about this is that he said, a reporter asked him, how do you compare this roster to the Packers? He said, I don't even know who's on the Packers anymore. I'm all in on the Vikings.
Wow.
I feel like that's a complete lie, but he says he doesn't know who's on the team anymore.
So why don't the Packers just trade him? Like, I don't understand.
Because maybe the Vikings didn't want to give anything up for him.
Well, they gave up $12 million
Yeah, but that's not a lot for Aaron Jones.
per year. Yeah.
And Alexander Madison, I believe, got released. So they needed a running back, and Aaron Jones is a very solid back.
Gardner Minshew to the Raiders.
Him and Max Crosby's relationship is going to be amazing. Have you seen the beef with them two before?
I did. It's a 2-year deal worth $25 million. Good for Minshew.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
He's going to be fighting for a starting job.
I think so, but you get paid either way, correct?
Yeah.
So wait, is it per game or?
No, it's the season.
Okay, so it's guaranteed.
Well, if they don't cut him, yeah.
Unless they cut him, but it'll be interesting because it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. Leonard Floyd to the 49ers.
Leonard Floyd.
Or sorry, no guy named Leonard.
Oh my God.
What's this contract look like? So it's a $20 million total thing. I don't know how many years again, or season.
He's 31. I mean, that's a lot more money than I would give him. I'll be honest.
I think he was being overpaid quite a bit. Not quite a bit, a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely overpaid a little bit.
Who else goes to the Commanders?
Frankie Louvu from the Panthers. A guy from the Panthers leaving. I wonder why he wanted to leave.
It's a 3 years, $36 million contract.
That's overpaid.
That is another very overpaid thing.
Louvu's not bad. I'm not saying he's bad at all, but that's not what he should be getting.
I think you should get getting paid a little less.
Maybe 10 mil a year, maybe 9.
Maybe cut that. Oh, sorry, I thought somebody just opened the door. Zach Moss is now a Bengal with Joe Burrow. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's good. I'm confused if they're gonna keep him or draft like Blake Corum, Trey Benson, someone like that, or if they're just gonna stick with him because they don't have Joe Mixon anymore.
Yeah, it's a 2-year contract through next season. Well, I guess 2025 season. We'll see where it takes them. I feel like this could be influential for the franchise in like the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
But then Joe Mixon was traded to the Texans, and then they extended that. I think as we all thought was going to happen.
Yeah. I so wanted the Texans to get Saquon. Anything that the Texans or any other team, except for teams in the AFC North, can get to beat the Chiefs, I'll be happy with.
So they traded him, and then a few days later, they signed him an extension for 3 years, $27 million.
Frankie Louvu's getting more money than Joe Mixon. That should never happen.
It's 13 guaranteed, 13 million guaranteed.
Should never happen.
Yeah. Jacoby Brissett is a Patriot.
Back to New England.
Are the Patriots trying to do something with all these signings?
No. What do you think they can do?
I don't know, but I feel like they're.
Because that's going to be the backup to probably Jaden Daniels.
That's what my guess is. Jordan Brooks to the Dolphins.
Solid, I believe, linebacker. And I see why the Dolphins signed him, but
I think he was just pretty cheap.
I don't love this. I'll be honest.
3 years, 26 mil. Yeah. All right. So it's the biggest signing so far in the offseason for the Dolphins, it looks like.
Yeah, they got a few guys, but he was the biggest.
This is another big one. Austin Eckler to the Commanders.
Can they revive his career? Because it has gone downhill, like, fast.
I think Eckler thinks that they can. I don't know if the Commanders think that they can.
I don't think Eckler's going to be a 2-year deal. I don't think he's going to play in his second year.
You don't at all?
I think he gets cut after the season.
And you think that's it for him?
He was awful last season.
Do you think he's a potential Hall of Famer?
No.
I thought he was.
Look at his yards per carry last season. Look at his stats. Austin Eckler stats.
All right.
Like NFL or ESPN or something. Look at his yards per carry.
Is this
average? So 3.5 yards per carry with only 600 yards.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
That's awfully low.
For the running back one, yeah, awfully low.
Is this guy a potential Hall of Famer that we can use later?
Yeah, we could probably use him.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that. We'll do that. We picked our Hall of Fame year name in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Burns is a giant.
Huge trade. Huge. They need everything, but they needed him too.
I think this is the biggest number we've said so far this episode. A 5-year, $150 million extension. 87 of that is guaranteed
and he
money.
Deserves every penny of it.
He does deserve that.
Yeah.
All right, elaborate more.
He's one of the best defensive ends in the NFL right now. A
defensive end get paid, I'm not good at math, $30 million a year?
He might be the third best edge or outside linebacker in the league. Behind TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. I guess people like Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa above him, but Brian Burns is, in my opinion, severely underrated.
But $30 million is a lot of money.
He deserves that.
All right. Will Lutz re-signs with the Broncos.
Kicker. In my opinion, I think kicker is one of the most important positions on the field.
Let's talk about this now that we're on the topic.
Yeah.
So people are like, the high school student can kick a field goal. All right.
But can they kick a 60-yard field goal?
Well, and people are like, can they kick a 60-yard field goal? And most soccer players or high school kickers can probably make it. Now,
not first try.
Yeah, maybe not first try. But then it's like, can you kick it straight? Can you kick it with all the gear on? In an NFL, when there's thousands of fans behind you, when there's millions watching.
Get Messi to kick a 60-yard field goal if he won't make it.
When it's a last-second field goal to win the Super Bowl,
yeah.
Can everybody do that? And I think that's what makes a kicker more important than a lot of other positions. I think QB is number one. I think we can all agree that.
QB's one.
And I think kicker's top three.
I think QB 1, corner 2, and then kicker 3.
Yeah, my list is probably not far off from that. But I do think that it's mostly mentality for kickers. Kickers, they can only kick so many. You can have them go out for a day and kick 100 1,000 field goals or whatever, but that's just not getting him ready for the mental mindset of the tens of thousands of people cheering him on, booing him, the millions watching at home. Like I said, like I think that's what makes the kicker a hard position. It's the last second field goal to win the game. But anyway, Patrick Queen, Steelers.
He is ready to be the villain. He came from the most loved to the most hated player in Baltimore in one day.
It's a 3-year, $41 million contract. Steelers are they're getting everybody this offseason. Like you said, you should be astounded with their GM.
Everything I ever said about the GM badly, I take it back.
I mean, look back at all of these episodes, and Micah's talking trash about every single one of them.
No, I talked about him last episode because I didn't think that we would. Because he said he liked just Kenny Pickett, even though he traded them away. But he said that he liked Kenny Pickett, and I was messing with him for that. I didn't like him for that.
Joe Mixon, Texans.
Oh, I don't know why I wrote that twice.
Yeah, we already talked about that one. Derrick Henry is a Raven, another big one, in my opinion, at least.
I hate it. I hate it with everything in my body. I hate it.
The Steelers fan hates it because he's going to the Ravens from the Titans.
The Madden read options are going to be elite with the Ravens.
I want to look at his contract a little bit more. It's 2 years, $16 million. I feel like that's a little underpaid.
It's extremely underpaid. That's why I don't like it.
And I think that means the Ravens can get more and more in the offseason.
I don't like it.
And I feel like for a Steelers fan, that's not very good because the Ravens and Steelers are one of the biggest rivalries in football.
And the Steelers own that rivalry. And it's not even close.
Like now. But now that they're paying $16 million for 2 years for one of the best players in the league, I'm just saying.
I don't like it. That's for sure. I definitely don't like it.
Jameis Winston, I forgot this guy was still alive. Is Brown now. We'll see how that goes.
I love how they have him instead of Flacco now.
Do we have? We're on TikTok Live right now. Do we have any Browns fans out there? I know a few of our friends are Browns fans. Maybe they're watching. But if you're a Browns fan, what are your thoughts on Jameis Winston?
I mean,
famous Jameis?
He goes against what the coach says to do. His last play of the season was disobeying the coach, and now you go sign him.
I don't know. How old do you think Jameis Winston is?
31.
I think he's older than that.
You're like a famous Jameis.
Oh, I accidentally put famous.
Oh my god.
Jameis Winston age.
Yeah. Micah's 31.
30. I thought he was older than that because I remember when he was playing with the Bucks forever.
My first game was Bucks Panthers.
Yeah, at the Bucks Stadium.
It was Cam Newton versus Jameis Winston.
It was like New Year's Day, and like the game didn't matter.
The game didn't matter at all. But
3,000 fans in the whole stadium, like these two horrible teams.
But that Bucks Stadium is amazing.
Have we been there since? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But man, is that amazing?
Oh, the cannon's going off after every touchdown or every score.
And extra point.
And Drew Lock has parted ways with the Seahawks.
I know you were a big fan of him. What's your thought on this? All
right, so here's the thing. Geno Smith and Drew Lock were my buddies. Were my guys.
Russell Wilson was also your fantasy name, and then he left.
Well, every day we're rustling. We got second place. We could do better than that. Not James Winston. Russell Wilson. But Drew Lock, I liked him as a backup there, and I think that some games he was better than Geno Smith. Now, I'm not saying all the time, and I'm not saying overall, but I do think that Drew Lock was a crucial part in our team. And I know that we're never going to win the Super Bowl with our team that we had last year, and I know that we have to make changes, including the coach, some backup QBs, some players. But I'm not mad. I'm still a Drew Lock fan. As long as he didn't go to any of our the 49ers or Rams or any of that, I'm fine.
Do you think that you'll draft a QB in this draft? And who do you want, realistically, at your pick? Who do you want to draft?
All right.
And do you think you'll draft a QB? QB that you can get, probably Penix, Nix, Bo Nix, Penix, maybe J.J. McCarthy if he falls, Spencer Rattler, Joe Milton in the late rounds. You can get Jordan Travis.
So we're not gonna be able to get Caleb Williams.
Obviously, you're not gonna be able to get Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and maybe not J.J. McCarthy.
I feel like we have a chance with J.J. McCarthy.
Would you rather have J.J. McCarthy over Bo Nix and Michael Penix?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. And I think if we do draft a QB, we draft JJ. I feel like he proved himself in college football, and I think that he could take it to the next level.
I was hoping that the Steelers would take Bo Nix, but now, no.
Zero chance.
Well, now I hope they take Kool-Aid McKinstry. Having Kool-Aid McKinstry and Joey Porter, the cornerback duo, is going to be amazing.
So one of our Browns fans just commented saying that Famous Jameis is better than Flacco.
Yeah, you didn't watch Flacco last season, did you?
Yeah, what the quack?
Look at Flacco's stats last season. Tell me that Jameis was better.
Comeback player of the year? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you could say that. Can you say that?
No.
Comment below if you can say that Jameis Winston is better than Joe Flacco last season for the Browns.
His one good play was a touchdown that he shouldn't have even done.
All right. So I mean, I would like JJ McCarthy for in the Seahawks, maybe taking over Geno Smith one day, and maybe JJ McCarthy becomes a bust in the NFL.
People don't like him. I don't mind him. I feel like he's
JJ or Geno?
JJ.
Oh.
I feel like he's a better Kenny Pickett. Like, if you need a fourth quarter comeback, he'll come back.
Yeah. All right. We're moving along. This might be a longer podcast than usual.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold to the Vikings.
I love this because now the Steelers are in a little bit of trade talks with the Vikings with Jefferson. Again,
do the Steelers need to do anything else, man? Like,
we lost Deontay Johnson, so now we have George Pickens and Van Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson will help a lot.
So Sam Darnold signed a 1-year, $10 million contract with the Vikings. Again, the effects of the Steelers were already stated by Micah.
The Vikings said that they have no interest in trading him, but I bet Jefferson doesn't want to play with Sam Darnold. So
I don't think so either.
I hope they don't draft someone because I hope he comes to the Steelers.
Then who goes to the Falcons?
Darnell Mooney.
The Moon. 3-year, $39 million. 26 guaranteed. Some incentives in there.
Great signing. He did good 2 years ago. Last season he wasn't amazing, but I feel like Kirk Cousins now that he actually throws to Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan on screen passes. Now you got Darnell Mooney. They're going to be a good team. They're probably going to win the NFC South.
Well, the Bears. Who did the Bears get?
Gerald Everett, nice, a solid tight end. Again, I don't love it, but I don't hate it at the same time.
$6 million per year, just your average guy in the NFL. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who else do we got? Who goes to the Bengals?
Mike Gesicki. This is an amazing pickup. Amazing pickup. Now they're going to be their tight end one of the best tight end hands in the NFL. Probably the best. His one-handed catches are amazing.
So it's just a 1-year contract through this next season.
I hope they re-sign him.
Or extend him.
I know he went to the Bengals, but I like Mike Gesicki.
Yeah. Well, do you want him on the Bengals as a Steelers fan?
I don't.
You don't care?
Yeah.
And then Dolphins pick up somebody else.
Jonnu Smith. If they had Arthur Smith, Jonnu Smith would get 2,000 yards.
I'm gonna look up his contract real quick.
2-year, $8.4 million. Yeah.
Just trying to get those players in. Maybe prevent others from.
Might be the starting tight end. Not really 100% yet.
And then the Commanders pick up somebody else.
Tyler Biadasz.
I wasn't even gonna try to pronounce that.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
3-year, $30 million years, $10 million per year. Because I'm a
solid offensive
mathematician.
lineman.
Offensive lineman. That's what you're.
They
gonna
needed
get.
that badly. That's the reason Sam Howell left. Pretty much. Everybody thought he was bad because he kept getting sacked.
What are your thoughts on the Commanders for this upcoming season?
Bad. I had to do something on the street because of how bad the Commanders did. So I will never pick the Commanders again to win a game.
Explain what you had to do on the street for 30 minutes for losing your
Don't worry about it.
HatTrick fantasy football or
They can find
pick'ems.
it. They can find it on TikTok.
Find it on TikTok. I forget. It's way down there. It's from probably a month or two ago.
Go find it because I'm not telling you.
That was hilarious.
Never picking the Commanders again.
Fletcher Cox. He on.
He retires. And as you were saying, you think the Eagles going to do good. No Fletcher Cox, no Jason Kelsey.
And that's what I was saying. They picked up some guys. They dropped, some guys left. Wishy-washy a little bit for this upcoming season.
Fletcher Cox was one of the best defensive tackles in the league for the past 10 years. Obviously, Aaron Donald's one, but he's 2.
T. Higgins says, I want no more.
Because they haven't discussed a trade extension ever. They've just given him franchise tags, and they've never talked to him about an extension. He wants to stay, but they don't really want to keep him, I guess.
I mean, what do you think will happen?
I don't know. I think they're gonna try and get an extension done, but I don't know if they can afford it.
Yeah. And then Texans pick up somebody.
Daniil Hunter, amazing defensive end that they needed, and if anything the Texans get that can help them beat the Chiefs, I am all for it.
You think they're just trying to shut the Chiefs down?
I hope every team tries to do that.
All right, it's just a 2-year contract.
Yep, $49 million total for 2 years.
Take it. Take the money.
It's amazing, and he deserves all of it. Most underrated player in the NFL. One of.
Jordan Poyer to the Dolphins.
That's gonna be a scary safety core with Javon Holland and Jordan Poyer. It's gonna be scary.
Just a 1-year deal. Just one and done.
He's old though.
Deontay Johnson.
Traded to the Panthers.
Imagine being traded to the Panthers.
He didn't want to go to the Steelers, so he gave him to the Panthers.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Go enjoy somewhere else, Deontay. You got like 1 touchdown the past 3 seasons.
Have fun in your 1-16 season.
Have fun. Good luck with Bryce Young throwing at you.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson to Eagles. Wasn't he already on the Eagles?
He was on the Eagles and the Lions. Now he's back to the Eagles.
All right. So last season he played for the Lions.
Yeah.
And then he's back for the Eagles. How old is he's got to be younger?
Ooh, yeah, he's probably like 27.
All right, I'm gonna look up his contract and his age. Contract.
Right, 28 would be my guess.
3 years, $33 million.
Oh yeah, see what he said about Eagles fans. He said his least favorite part of Philly is the fans, and now he's back in Philly.
I think Philly has one of the most dominant fan bases in the world.
Dominant?
What's the word?
Rabid?
Energetic.
Insane?
Determined. Some good adjectives. So guess what his age is? Did you already see it?
Yeah, 26.
He's 26 years old. I think that's I would have guessed around there. Who goes to the Cowboys?
Eric Kendricks. The Cowboys are all in with one guy.
Hey, Jerry Jones just found out free agency started. Yeah. 1 week after free agency starts, Jerry Jones gets his little letter from the bird that flew into his office. Free agency has started.
Then he spun a wheel to guess who he would get. Because they already have a good linebacker. They don't really need 2.
And then Joe Flacco, comeback player of the year, says, bye, Browns. You got somebody else. I'm going to the Colts, who's been struggling to find a straight QB, like a set QB since Andrew Luck.
I hope that he doesn't play a single snap, because I hope Richardson plays the whole season healthy. But knowing what Richardson did last season, if he doesn't learn from what he did last season, not sliding, taking risks, then I'm scared of what his...
You got to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, because last season he made a huge mistake.
I think every Colts fans hated him after that.
Richardson?
No. Well, yeah.
They loved him until he got injured.
No, who for like the last play of the Colts season? What was that play?
Oh, Tyler Goodson.
It was the
running back. That was not on Minshew.
No, that was
blame that on Minshew for a second.
It wasn't on. That was my fault.
You're an NFL running back. You should be able to catch that.
But yeah, Mason Rudolph.
The whole Steelers QB room is leaving.
Out with the old, in with the new.
I love it though. Mason Rudolph to the Titans. Kenny Pickett to the Eagles. Mitch Trubisky to the Bills. I love all of this. I love having a brain from one of the worst QB rooms to one of the best. I love it.
It's not the same QB room. Like there's nobody.
Not at all. I love it.
Yeah.
Get rid of the mid. Well, actually, I can't really say that because we had Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Get rid of the bad. Now we get the mid.
So the Arizona Cardinals had some trades going on. Who went where and what went?
Desmond Ridder went from the Falcons to the Cardinals. I don't like this. I think I like Kyler. Why do they want Desmond?
And I am kind of confused about why. Maybe for a backup?
Yeah, because Kyler hasn't always been the healthiest. And then Rondale Moore goes to the Falcons. Again, really good piece. Now they have Rondale Moore, Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Kyle Pitts,
fair trade.
Bijan.
Fair trade. Yeah. I think this is one of the more fair trades that has happened.
And then
you want to talk? Wait.
Sam Howell to the Seahawks. Who do you like more, Drew Lock or Sam Howell? Who do you think's better?
I haven't seen Sam Howell in the Seahawks uniform yet.
Sam Howell led the league in passing yards at one point in the season.
I understand that. But is he going to start over Geno?
I don't know. You might.
Or is he going to like literally replace Drew Lock where they like alternate every Geno and Sam?
Geno struggled with injuries last year, and he just really wasn't that good last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Sam start week 1.
start week 1. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
We'll see. Maybe get a Howell jersey.
Well, actually,
send it to us. DM us if you want to give me a Sam Howell jersey.
Actually, I think Howell will start League 1 and 2, and then I think you draft Penix, and then I think Penix starts from there.
He just starts right away. He gets drafted then.
Nope, that's never a good way to put your guy in. Never a good way
I know.
to start, especially when you have Sam Howell and Geno. I don't think Geno Smith's gonna start a game this season.
Wow.
I'll be honest.
Well, what's his contract looking like? Geno Smith.
I don't know. He might have like 1 year left, but I don't.
So you think they're just trying to fade him out?
I do, because he wasn't good last year.
All right, so he plays this season and next season unless he gets cut for almost 40
I think
mil.
it's cut after the season.
Man.
I don't see him doing anything.
I think we need to change something. I mean, we do.
I think Sam Howell starts like the first few weeks, and then whether he does bad or something happens, I think you draft Penix in the first round, and then I think Penix comes in and does it. But actually, I don't think Sam Howell's gonna do that bad, because he'll actually have an offensive line to protect him. You know, Charles Cross, amazing draft pick.
We need what was I gonna say?
Everything.
No, we can't rely on other teams for us to make the playoffs. You know, like last season, like we had to rely on other teams if we could make the playoffs. We still won that last game, and we can't do that. That's just too risky. Kenny Pickett traded to the Eagles.
Again, like I said before, I was mad for a day, and then we got Justin Fields, so I was happy.
Marquise Brown to Chiefs. All right.
Can someone stop these teams? Can someone stop the Chiefs?
Chiefs are just like the Dodgers.
A top 5 deep threat in the league with his speed, and now he has Patrick Mahomes. Great.
I mean, what a team.
Yeah. That's why cornerback's like my second most important position. You have teams like this where deep threat, and Patrick Mahomes.
The Chiefs are scary now.
Can someone stop them, please? Like, come on.
Nobody could stop them. Keenan Allen went to the Bears.
He said he doesn't play with his money and left L.A.
Wow. Bold statement? Not really a bold statement.
And now Justin Herbert as having nightmares about this free agency. No Mike Williams, no Keenan Allen. Now it's Quentin Johnson as his wide receiver 1.
All right, so you want to talk more about the Steelers and who they've signed and whatever?
Van Jefferson. 1 year deal. He's a solid wide receiver 2. I would like to have someone else, maybe draft someone round 2, like Brendan Rice, Ricky Pearsall, someone like that. But I don't know. Van Jefferson, I don't know what to think about him. We'll have to see how he plays. I feel like he's like a Ray McLeod type thing before we traded him to the Niners.
Willie Gay to the Saints.
Solid. Again, not a huge signing.
Not huge. Gonna look up his contract. It's just a 1 year, $5 million contract.
Yeah, it's average deal. And then
what we've all been waiting for. Steelers.
Justin Fields to the Steelers to back up Russell Wilson.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure when they first signed him, first got the notification, made the graphic, whatever. I was like, oh, who's going to start? Like Wilson or Fields or what's going to happen?
Fields isn't even fighting it.
And then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, they were like, no, Wilson's going to mentor Fields. And then once Wilson's
Love
done,
it.
Fields
We're paying a mentor $1 million for 1 year. I love it.
We'll take it. And then Fields, after Wilson gets out, I assume will be the starting QB for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers in the next 5 seasons may be a little scary.
I hope so. Just need another wide receiver because Pickens can one-hand catch everything and Van Jefferson can do whatever. But unless we got another guy, I don't like our chances of doing anything big.
And that is everything that has happened in the NFL from the last week.
Only took 40 minutes.
It did take 40 minutes for us to explain everything.
We can get all this in, though.
Yeah. MLB. MLB season's right around the corner. I believe Wednesday is when the Soul Series starts.
It is.
Oh, should I go get my Ohtani jersey?
No.
I think I should.
I don't think you should.
I think I should.
I don't think you should.
I think I should.
I don't think you should.
Should I?
No. I think I made that obvious.
TikTok Live. Should I get my Ohtani jersey? Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, one thing before we talk. This just happened last night. Aaron Donald retired. A Hall of Fame career.
100%. Not even close.
We'll see. I mean, I guess we won't see. But congratulations, Aaron Donald's
Best defensive tackle for the last 10 years by far. Like six-time 99 overall Madden in a row. Even last year.
You can't complain about that career.
Amazing.
I mean,
he's the reason the Rams won a ring.
Yes, he's a major part at least.
Yeah.
So yeah. Forgot about that. Got to give love to Aaron Donald's. maybe not love, but as a Seahawks fan,
Yeah.
gotta talk about him a little bit. But MLB, Ohtani jersey, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm gonna go get it.
No.
All right, I'm not gonna get it.
Good.
It's start time is 6:05 Eastern time for the Seoul series on Wednesday, I believe. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I believe it's Wednesday. I mean, it's perfect. I wake up for school, watch some of the Dodgers game, goes to school. I don't know what I'm gonna do at school.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm really excited. We got the MV3. I think that's what we're gonna call him, the MV3, the Freeman, Betts, and Ohtani. And then if we want to get to the fourth, there's Yamamoto and Glasnow and all of them. But
You think Yamamoto's going to be an MVP candidate in his first season?
No.
You don't think Glasnow is going to be an MVP, a Cy Young candidate in his first season?
Potentially.
No.
Potentially.
No.
I think we kind of stole him.
No. I don't think he's that good, I'll be honest. I think he's overrated.
But
We'll see where he plays. But
both the Padres and Dodgers have touchdown in Japan. I mean, it's this. I believe it's the same dome that Japan played in, like most of the Asian teams played in.
is that the one where Shohei hit it in the roof?
I believe so. It's like a dome, like a circular dome. Yeah. And man, it's what it is to be following all these Japanese guys on these two teams just get. I mean,
Alseon Kim and Shohei.
man.
Yamamoto too.
Darvish isn't Japanese, right?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look up. You talk about the Seoul series more.
Seoul series got Padres and Dodgers. It's gonna be a good one. Is it 3 or 4 games? Or is it?
It's 2.
It's 2. Okay, my bad. I think they'll split it. I'll be honest. He is Japanese.
He is Japanese. All right.
So his mother's Japanese. His dad is Irish. All right.
But I mean, I'm excited. I think this.
I think they split it. I'll be
You
honest.
think they split it? Who wins the first game?
First game will be Dodgers 6-2.
Oh.
Second game, 6-2. Dodgers
9-2,
6-2.
12-2,
6-2.
14-1.
6-2.
All right.
Second
6-2.
game Padres 5-4.
All right.
That's my prediction for the Seoul series.
Wait, and you said Padres 5-4?
Yep.
I think the Dodgers won both. I think the Dodgers won all 162 games.
Be realistic.
Realistically, I think the Dodgers won 110 games.
Maybe.
Okay.
Again, you might deal with some injuries also,
Correct, and that is why we signed quite a bit of guys.
and still injuries can happen.
All right. What else do you have for the Seoul series? I mean, there's just.
I don't got much for it. I didn't put it on the agenda.
Yeah, I saw that Micah didn't. Shohei Ohtani's wife. We saw him in a picture. It came out. It was like Dodgers touchdown, and it had like Yamamoto with somebody. It had somebody else with somebody, and then in the middle was Ohtani and his wife, who turns out to be a Japanese basketball player.
This is crazy. Like, what else don't we know about Shohei?
I don't know.
Like, it makes me think. Like, what do we not know about Shohei that we should?
I mean, he's dating. I'm not gonna try to say it. Mamiko Tanaka. I am gonna try to say it, and maybe that's how you say it. Mamiko Tanaka. Man, who knew he was dating an athlete? Is she currently in Japanese?
I don't know.
I mean, we don't know anything about her.
We have to look up her stats.
Oh, do we?
No, we have to look up her
Hall
stats.
of Fame, yay or nay?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. When it's women's Japanese basketball, so 24 minutes a game, 8 points, 6 rebounds per game during a final season. When was that?
Oh wait, where do you see that? Right here.
Highlighted. 7.8 points, 6 rebounds, 24 minutes per game.
During her final
Yeah.
season.
So is she a former?
When did she retire?
We have to look up everything now.
Wow.
When was that?
She was born in '96.
Okay, so she could still be playing.
She's young.
Oh, okay. So 22 is her. So she never played in 2020. No, she did.
She played in 2023.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know.
I can't read Japanese. Oh my goodness. Okay, so her last recorded game that we could find. So she played 2022, 2023 season, 2020. Yeah. And the last game that she played was April 2nd, 2023, so almost a year ago, that we see. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I can't read Japanese. But
You're not bilingual.
who knew that the greatest baseball player of all time was dating a Japanese basketball star?
Barry Bonds is not dating a Japanese basketball player.
But I mean, I'm glad we got her identified. That's cool, but she must be surrounded by media along with Shohei.
Yeah.
I think she knew when dating and announcing the marriage that she was going to get blasted with media along with Shohei. But did she change her last name?
I don't think
Nobody
so.
knows. Nobody knows the stuff about Shohei Ohtani, which people should know.
He's getting mad about this.
We need to know more.
He's getting mad because he doesn't know everything about Shohei's personal
Mamiko
life.
Ohtani is what we're going to call her.
No, that's not her name.
Anyway.
Back to the important stuff.
Blake Snell is one of the top free agents right now, if not the biggest free agent in MLB right now. And maybe by the time this goes out, he's signed with somebody. But according to a lot of sources, he is in serious pursuit with the Astros.
I've been saying this forever. Josh Hader, Blake Snell reunion. They played together last season. They can play together this season. And if Snell comes, it makes Verlander being out a lot better.
All right, pop up the graphic and post it. Somebody actually never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. But somebody said that he was in Andrew Freeman's, which is the head of baseball operations, the president of baseball operations for the Dodgers, in his office a few days ago. So I'm hoping that he goes with them. He won't be in the Soul Series.
Dodgers aren't going to sign him.
He was in Friedman's office. That's all the hope we need. Right
Serious pursuit, Astros.
Any confirmation yet?
Serious pursuit, Astros.
As of March 17th at 11:56 a.m. Eastern Time.
Sign the contract. Let's go.
Let's wait. All right.
Let's not.
Garrett Cole out for another month.
Nestor Cortez named the starter for opening day.
Again, it stinks seeing these guys get hurt. Now, I understand Garrett Cole's a cheater and all of that, but...
What? 2018-19 maybe, but not 17. Well, no, he's a pitcher.
Okay, you could still get a win by cheating. Like, because your guys outscore the other team that you pitched against. So still get
when
the
he
win.
had more than 300 strikeouts, that was because of the offense?
No, I'm saying wins and losses.
And wins come from strikeouts, right?
Not necessarily. You can have 0 strikeouts and a win.
Right, but if you have 20 strikeouts, you're probably going to win more than 0 strikeouts.
No. All right, but Nestor Cortez is opening day starter for the Yankees. They're playing the Astros, correct?
Yes.
Do we know the Astros opening day starter?
Probably Framber Valdez.
I think that's...
Maybe Blake Snell. Probably Framber Valdez.
I doubt
Yeah.
it this late that they'll start him.
It'll probably Framber and then maybe Blake Snell if he's there, or JP France or Isaiah Kitty, something like that, because JV's going to start the season on the injury list.
All right. JD Davis to the Athletics.
Another Astro going to the former Astro going to the Athletics.
Interdivision trades. You'd love to see it.
He was on the Astros, then the Mets,
that's
then
right.
the Giants.
He was with a few teams.
and then the A's.
Yeah, all right. But still,
Yeah.
we'll see. Dylan Cease is a Padre.
Will he pitch in the Soul Series?
No. Oh, no. He was on the plane.
Is he on the plane?
No, he's in Seoul right now. We'll see. Maybe he does. He's not going to be a starter, but maybe they put him in reliever. Maybe he doesn't play at all. I don't know if he's on the 28-man. I think they had like a 28-man roster or something that they have.
They flew him out then, probably.
Yeah, we'll see. Michael A. Taylor to the Pirates.
Speedy outfielder. They needed that.
And then Dodgers renew contract with Andrew Toles, who hasn't played a game since 2018.
It's amazing.
But they keep re-signing him for insurance purposes. I guess he has some mental health issues. So they just re-signed him for some. This happens every year. I mean, it's good to see. It's $0, 0 years. It's just for the insurance purposes.
And I've said that I saw something on TikTok, and I could not agree with it more. Ellie De La Cruz won't be the best De La Cruz in the league next year.
Who is?
Brian De La Cruz.
You think so?
Elliott was not that good last year. He is the most overhyped MLB player, in my opinion, of all time.
All right. Remember when?
Yeah, I get that ball had a family. I get he throws fast. He's not that good, though.
Can I talk real quick?
Yeah, go.
All right. Remember when he hit the home run with his first game with the Dodgers?
That ball had a family.
Yes. All right. Remember how I was like, yeah, no, this guy's going to be nothing?
He's not anything.
All right. Remember when I said that?
I did not remember when you said that,
All
but
right,
you probably did. You probably did.
All right. And then remember, you were like, no, he's going to be something. And then like a few weeks later, he hit the cycle, and then he started being all good. And you were like, I told you.
I do not remember that at all.
I remember that part. That's just... I remember that from last season.
Now I'm admitting I don't think he's going to be that good. He is not that good. He's the most overhyped player in NFL history. MLB history. Oh my God.
Wow.
MLB history.
Wow. Okay.
Name one more. Like,
Scott Rowland.
over. At least he was good though. At least he was good. He was way better than Ellie.
NBA, the first team to clinch the playoffs has clinched.
The Celtics.
The Boston Celtics. What are your thoughts? I mean, I'm not a Celtics fan.
Me either, but they're obviously there's like 10 games in first place in the East. It's not even close. They're gonna get the 1 seed. They're probably gonna make the finals, but they're gonna lose to the Nuggets, obviously.
And then the coach tries to block a shot.
Joe Mazzulla. They blew a whistle and some guy tried to shoot it from half court and he tried to block it because all about the mentality. You don't get to shoot it in their face and then walk to the other dugout because of the mentality. So he just tried to block it. I've found that amazing.
All right, is that it?
Yes, that is.
All right.
Hall of Fame your name.
I want to talk about something real quick. So we're designing these new shirts. We're gonna try to get about 20, and we're gonna release them week by week. And we've been contacting different MLB, NFL, NBA stuff for stuff, merchandise, items, whatever. And if they end up sending us the stuff and everything goes according to plan, when you buy a specific shirt or something, you'll be entered in a chance to win that stuff for whatever team.
Great.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. That's not official. That's just like behind the scenes kind of stuff that we're working on. And all right. So let's go on to Hall of Fame. Yay or nay? There we go.
Click the right button this time.
I clicked the right button this
For the
week.
first time in a while.
All right. We are going to do Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Chains.
For Hall of Fame, yay or nay. We did not pick one before, and then we were talking about him earlier in the podcast.
I feel like we've done this before. I have a feeling, but maybe not.
I don't think so.
Kirk Daniel Cousins. Captain
All
Kirk.
right. 4-time Pro Bowler, 2015 PFWA MIP. Yeah, he played for the Redskins and Vikings, and now the Falcons. He's played 150 games, 66% completion percentage, almost 40,000 yards, 270 touchdowns, 110 interceptions. That's almost a 2-to-1 ratio of touchdowns.
Mostly from Washington.
Yep, from the Redskins. What else do you want to see, Micah? So we have some passing.
Completion percentage almost 70% in 2015.
Had the highest completion percentage in 2015. He did have 70% in 2018.
Yards almost threw 5,000 yards in 2016. 4,500 yards in 2022. He would have had his best season in his career if he didn't get injured this season.
Yeah. He threw 29 touchdowns. He threw 35 touchdowns in 2020.
It's a lot. It's not Mahomes level, but it's a lot.
Not Mahomes levels.
Mahomes level's 50.
Yeah. Oh, I clicked something. What else do you want to see, Micah?
I got all I need.
All right. He's only played for 6 years. Actually, no. He's played for more.
Nice, played more than that.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's played for 12 seasons. 4-time Pro Bowler. I don't know. All right, Mike, you go first. Explain
This
yourself.
is extremely close. I'm going to go yay. Especially because he has that 4-year deal with the Falcons, and I think that he'll do his best football ever in Atlanta. But I think it's a yeah.
All right, how old is he? He was born in 1988, so that means he's 36. 35.
88 to 24. Yeah,
35. He's 35. He's signed until he's 39. Then he's most likely going to retire. But now the question is, Hall of Fame? Yay or nay? Give it to him. Yay.
Yay?
I'll go with yay. Mike is going with yay.
We got him.
Hall of Fame, yay or nay? Kirk Cousins.
Yay.
And I'm going yay. All right, he is in the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame. We need to get a plaque for that.
Yeah.
For these guys that deserve to be in the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for watching the 38th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, or X, or the 10, as they say.
As no one says. I don't know why he said that.
No, Alan.
Oh.
Check us out on shophattricksports.com. Buy all the free merch, or not free. Buy all of our merchandise, hats, shirts, hoodies, whatever, you name it. and we'll see you guys next week.